Beats Planet.
Yo, what's crackin'? Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. What's good, y'all? Doski Woski, Peasky Whiskey, Fitbit Lombardi. Oh, God. Yeah, man, y'all already know how that go. What's happening, though? It's been a minute. It's been a while. It is what it is. Hope I sound okay. Okay, cool. I should be fine. All right. Let's, Damon Wilson. I am not a gangster. No, sir. I'm not a gangster. Not anymore. Blake Robinson, you first, fam. Blake Robinson, what does that mean? What does eskidit means? I don't even know what that means, fam. What up? Yes, Wanth. What up, though? Wyatt, Dwayne, Tristan. Check out the Rhymes report, man. Go ahead. Check the little homie out, man. Damon. Young C Money, what's crackin'? Chris, Ninja Nuts, Oh For Real to God. Let me tell y'all something about Oh For Real to God. And I like to shout people out where they deserve shout outs, you know what I'm saying? Let's just give him a shout out in the name of consistency, right? Like, there's some people, like, I feel like I bring quality, football information regardless of what team is for or whatever, right? Example, like, there's some people that don't watch certain videos because they're associated with certain teams or whatever, right? So I feel like I dropped a nasty ass DeMarcus Lawrence video, right? And some people won't watch it because it's a Cowboys video. Oh, For Real to God be on all the videos. Soaking up information, and he always first. Salute the Oh For Real to God being first, soaking up all the information. Your football acumen is up here, sir, and it's way this big. Your football acumen is this big, sir. Salute to you. Let me get back to my shout outs here. Jabril, what's happening? Ngari, Fantasy Football Typhoon. What up, homeboy? Been a while. Rodney, Miss Tasha in the building. She said, I love your intro. First name, last name, Festerson up in here. He's yet to send me film. Joey, Black Knight, Irvin, Sterling, Coach Evans in the building, Conrad Tokyo, Young Onyx. All right, cool. Cowtown, Texas. All right, cool. What's up, y'all? It's time, man. It's time. I was actually putting a hold on this live stream. People was like, yo, Vach, training camp started. Why are we not talking about training camp? Because training camp really don't start till pads come on. That's when training camp really starts, You can listen to your coach's propaganda and all that when they be like, oh, this rookie got to earn this spot. Oh, we not just gonna start them right away. You know what I'm saying? You really know what a coach feels when the pads start to come on. You know what I mean? I guess I would have to make a Cowboy example or whatever. Like, Leighton Vander Esch probably going to be starting Mike linebacker. But Jaylon Smith has been there. He'll probably end up playing Sam, but Jaylon Smith is going to start playing the middle linebacker. But when the pads come on, Jaylon, you going to move your happy ass to strong, and we're going to put Leighton in the middle, let him run around, and Sean Lee's going to be our will. You really know what your team really thinks when pads come on, you know what I mean? So now it's time to start evaluating what these teams are really talking about. Now it's time to see where guys line up, and that'll give us an idea of where our draft picks are going to line up. Excuse me, where our free agents are going to line up. Unless you're somebody like Marvin Lewis. Marvin Lewis will go an entire season putting Joe Mixon on the bench and not letting him fly and be great. You see what I'm saying? So, it's finally time. Now, I'm draft guy and I'm pretty much Cowboys guy. So I can only really tell you what's going on in Cowboys camp. You know what I mean? So that's why the phone lines are open to y'all. 515-739-1285. Access code 309104. It's in the description. It's on the screen. I just said it. And bam. And it's in the chat box. So this isn't just me doing the show. This is like an overall informational. Because I do want to hear from y'all. Because I can't keep tabs on everybody Bleacher Report. I can't keep tabs on everybody's Twitter. If you go on my Twitter, I probably got like 30 followers or so like that. Because I don't like to be bombarded with information. You know, some people like to follow everybody. And I would love to follow everybody that follow me. But some of y'all be posting some weird shit. And I just can't have my important actual news feed being, being filled with I don't want to call it nonsense, but a little nonsense, you know what I'm saying? So I really have no idea what's going on with y'all's camp. I can tell you about Cowboys camp. I'm definitely going to talk about that in a little bit. They just had a padded practice, but I'm interested to know how those young corners are doing in Green Bay. Quentin Nelson apparently has been whooping folks in Indy, but tell us something we wasn't gonna, figure out. Will Hernandez has had a fight at every single practice. I heard that's really a thing, Yeah, call in now. Hey, look, as long as you see that screen on the board, the phone set up, you know what I'm saying? I saw a clip today of shucks. It's the bad part too, because once the draft is over, all the draft picks are behind me, and I'm moving into the new set of draft picks or whatever. But I was watching a Panthers clip, and it was basically everything that you needed to know about those two draft picks. When I saw this Carolina Panthers clip, it was what's the virus? It was a DJ Moore. Okay, it was DJ Moore versus the cornerback from LSU that they drafted that runs really fast, right? Forgot his name, but I was watching that clip, right, and I was like, "Damn, dog! Like this is an overall Dante Jackson. Thank you. Like this encapsulates those two picks, right? Like not Michael Gallup. Damn, DJ Moore like came off the line, beat the hell out of him with nuanced route running, got behind him, gained about 3 yards of separation, and there was a bad ball by Cam, but Dante like so fast, so his recovery speed brought him back to the ball, right? Like that's kind of what I want to hear from y'all. I want to hear what y'all teams are doing because I know what my team is doing. So like I said, let me make sure I ain't missing nobody on the phone. All right, cool. So like I say, 515-739-1285. I want to know what your rookie quarterback's looking like, what the running back rotation's looking like. Is Hyde starting before Chubb or whatever? Let me know. So while I wait on calls, I've been heavily engaged with I'll touch on that later. Everybody, I've been heavily engaged with Cowboys camp or whatnot, and damn, these young receivers out here, boy. These receivers, man. People look at the Dallas Cowboys receiving core and they associate unproven with trash, and that's okay. I'm not here to fight anybody that thinks the Cowboys receiving core is trash. I'm gonna let y'all kind of run with that because at the end of the day, I got to be rational. They haven't really done anything. It'll be Hearns, Gallup. I mean, Beasley's shown how productive he can be. There's going to be a new face at tight end or whatever, but the way I think about it, though, how the team is going to be set up is it's going to be like 45 run plays, bro. Zeke going to get 25 carries. Dak going to get about 5. Rod Smith will get about 8. Tavon Austin may get like an end around or something like that. He may get like 2 or 3 of them or whatever. But I thought back, to the games where Dallas didn't have Dez Bryant. To be fair, Dak never really had a super rapport with Dez Bryant. So if you think about it, Dak never really had an elite group of receivers. But they've won games before. They've gone 12-4, 13-3. Why, Vach? Why have the Cowboys Well, that year when Dak and them went 13-3, you got the ball to the open guy. You know what I'm saying? You got the ball to the open guy. Dak would only throw the ball 22 times. He would complete 18 of them. So, sure, Bees will get 3. Let's say Allen Hurns will get 4. Gallup will get 4. Dalton Schultz will get 4. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't add. What is that? That's 15 catches already. So you find somebody else to get 3, that's 18 receptions. That's Dak's completion total right there. And we just going to let Zeke run the damn football. So I really don't have a problem with people underrating the Cowboys receiving corps. They're going to be fine. Because when it's against, like when we identify whether it's going to be zone or man coverage, if it's zone coverage, cool. Dak knows how to find the open guy, the open spot in zone coverage. We've seen him do it millions of times. When it comes down to man coverage, sure, find the open guy who's nuanced route running with these route runners that we have. Find the open guy and get the ball to him. Easy. Whenever we throw the ball, I don't have a problem with nothing that the Cowboys are doing, dog. But like I said, I can talk Cowboys all day. I'm going to get into these phone calls, and I'm going to get back into what the hell the Cowboys are doing, because Steven Benzik important. He jumps over what the hell I'm doing. Steven Benzik, what's cracking lacking, fam?
What's up, Coach? How's today going for you?
Doski Woski, brother. Tell me about Bears camp, or just tell me whatever the hell you want to talk about, because you a goat up in here. So just talk to me, brother.
So actually I came to talk about the Bears training camp because this was their second weekend. I went to their first weekend of their first padded practice, which really for me kind of told a lot of the way that Nagy kind of felt about things, is that he kept on preaching that he wants like not tough competition, but like tough practice. But he's also not just having the guys blow each other up, like every single play, make sure you bring the guy to the ground. It was more so like, we're going to be thumping people around out here, but we're also going to do it smart. So that was kind of one takeaway that I saw that was actually interesting, because with John Fox, for example, from the very first padded practice, it was tackle guys to the ground, make sure you get them on the ground, all this stuff, which was good. But then you see a lot of the injuries, and now we still have injuries again, but some of these guys were injured before they even came to camp, so that I wasn't really too shocked about. A couple of them were from the walkthroughs and whatnot, but that was one takeaway that I had. But the biggest thing that I have is the whole Roquan Smith thing, honestly.
Okay.
Because reports are saying now that it's not just that he wants X amount of guaranteed money, but now it's more so about this whole helmet rule coming into play, and how if he gets it was even reported not if he gets suspended, but when he would get suspended or thrown out of a game or whatever, and all that sort of stuff. But, that was one thing that I kind of took away, and I was kind of like, really?
So that's
the major hang-up right now? So
have you been seeing where they lining them up at, Roquan? Because Roquan is going to be very interesting to me. Go ahead.
The thing is that Roquan's not even at camp because he's not even signed yet. So he's not even there.
Yeah.
And our camp is almost over. We only have, I think, one more week. And from all reports is that, they're still talking about it, but they're not any closer than they were. They're expecting him to probably be there after the Hall of Fame game, but by that point in time, our training camp's over.
I mean, so what's the problem? I mean, all the rookie numbers are they're set up and in place already. So what y'all waiting on with Roquan?
Well, the thing with Roquan is a couple of years ago, remember the whole Joey Bosa thing, how he sat out because he wanted a whole bunch of guaranteed money, blah, blah, blah,
yeah,
all that stuff?
Yeah.
Well, Roquan has the same agent. they're both represented by the same agent. So they're kind of following that trend again, which, and if I could be mistaken, but I think he was out the whole camp, wasn't he? I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, if not the whole camp, like 75% of it, and he came back for like 2 or 3 days, something like that.
Yeah.
Now, granted, he turned out fantastic even in his first year. So if that happens, hey, I'll stop complaining right now.
Get your money, Roquan.
No, I'm totally with it. I get it, but apparently now what they're saying is the major, or not the major, but it's like a 45% to like 55 split is now this whole new helmet rule thing. Because they're saying how if you get ejected from the game, you're also probably going to get suspended along with it, or blah, 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 and all this other stuff. So now it's amount of, well, if I get suspended, I want more money, guaranteed up front that I'm going to get it no matter what. So kind of interesting. But no, the one thing I have to say, and I think that some people kind of were on the fence about, was definitely that the wide receivers are definitely upgraded over last year, but our secondary has been going gangbusters. The only guy that they have yet to really get a handle on is Anthony Miller, who I think is just going to explode onto the scene this year.
Yeah.
Because of all the other guys that we have, I think he's going to be that one dark horse that might fly under a lot of people's radars. And then you'll see him, like, middle of the season, just, like, explode onto the scene. But
well, so if you draft him in fantasy or whatnot, I mean, just don't say you didn't warn me, right, Steve, right?
Hey, look, I know we're in that league together, but I'm going to tell you something.
Yeah.
You know darn well I got to at least take 2 Bears. I just got to do it.
Don't let your emotion, overrun you like that, Steve. Don't do that.
No,
man.
I know about that. But it'll be interesting to see because and even one other thing, Jordan Howard has really not only impressed me, but I think he's quieted quite a few of the people who said that he can't, not that he can't catch, but that he doesn't catch well. He's really put in the time, and you've seen it in the camp so far. He's really improved at catching the ball. Now, practice. We'll see how it actually translates to games, because even in games, it wasn't that he was dropping a lot of passes.
But he'll drop him in the end zone, though.
Right.
Is when he dropped him, right?
It was the big play passes that he would drop.
Yeah. He
would catch, like, the screens and this, that, and the other. But if it came to, like, the Atlanta Falcon game was the prime example. He was right on the goal line, would have had a touchdown if he would have just caught the ball, let his eye out the ball, cost us the game, which, maybe would have been good for our season, maybe not, who knows. So, but.
Yeah, I feel. That's it? That's all?
That's all I got.
All right, my man. You have the right to call the show back whenever you want to. Steven Benzik, salute to you, sir.
See you, man.
Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. Line blowing up. New call. 469. Who it is?
This is Young Onyx.
Young Onyx. I saw your name in the chat box. What's that? What you got for the show, brother?
I just want to say for all the people trashing Dak.
Oh shit!
I've been watching. He's been working out with trainers. He changed his mechanics a lot. He's releasing the ball about 2 times faster than he was last year. He ain't trying to get sacked 8 times again. I can tell you that much.
Okay. Keep going. Talk that shit. Go ahead.
I also want to say, Byron Jones, Chris Richard might have saved his career. That's all I got to say.
Okay.
Chris Richard might have just saved man's career by putting him at corner. Because we all know when Byron Jones came out of college, I knew when they moved him to safety, I knew he wasn't going to be the best safety because he was undersized, and I knew he would have been better fit at slot corner because he played corner in college. Also, Chidobe Awuzie, if he can stay healthy, he can go to the Pro Bowl. I truly believe that.
Yeah.
And I want to say that everyone's saying Dak. Like I heard I was in somebody else's stream last night. They say is Dak going to throw for 4,000 yards? Thing is, we don't need Dak to throw for 4,000 yards.
Yeah.
We need him just to throw for maybe 3,500
True.
to 3,800 and let Zeke carry the load. Because if Dak's throwing for 4,000 yards, where's Zeke getting his yards too? We don't need Dak to wear himself out to where he's going to be pushing 4,000. Because I like my Dak Prescott 25 passing attempts a game. I like Zeke at about 25 rushes a game. Nothing over 25. That's when you start getting into 2-1 interceptions a game for Dak.
Okay. Thing about Byron Jones, what I've been seeing from him the past 2 days or whatnot, he's basically what we thought he was. You know, he's athletic. He's, you know, long and lengthy. You know, physical. He's a big guy or whatever. So the plays I seen him break up, there was a lot of recovery speed involved, and there was a lot of getting his long arms up, batting passes away involved. Even that first interception yesterday, it was all about.
That was a good interception.
It was a great interception. He was in great position or whatever, and I mean it was man coverage. And okay, so look, I mean even if it's man coverage and he's playing inside leverage or whatnot, if the ball's in the air, he still has the length advantage, right? So Byron is tall and he got long arms and he could jump. So all this is all this is really going to be interesting when we really start to see him, you know, putting it all together. Now, I do think Byron's going to have problems when things start to cross the field, like going from outside to inside when he has to chase people or whatever. That's why Vach feels like let him play slot. Because if you let him play slot, any type of crossing deal you have from the inside to the sideline to defend him, you can cover better from inside out. If you cover an outside in, that's a lot more length to try to cover, if that makes sense or whatever. So I would like to have Byron inside, but if he can, you know, if he can get it done, you know, outside, whatever, we'll see. But I really want them to give Jordan Lewis his, you know, free shake or whatever. And Cheeto, you know, Cheeto already got his spot lined up. So, I'm excited.
The thing that Chris Richard, I just say Anthony Brown, he got off the team after what happened yesterday. He got embarrassed yesterday. That's all I'm going to say. Anthony Brown got embarrassed yesterday by Gallup. And he got torched by somebody else. He got mossed by somebody else. So some no name.
Let me just tell you something about Michael Gallup, man. And I'm thinking about making a video of this.
Michael Gallup was a steal. That's all I'm going to say. I love Michael Gallup. I think he might be our number one by the end of the year.
Absolutely. But his nuanced route running, though, how he releases, how he sets up leverage, how he sets up the DB's hips that are covering him, like every move has a purpose, really. You know what I mean? So I'm excited about Michael Gallup, man. You know, I like him beating one-on-one coverage. Go ahead.
The play where he broke Anthony Brown, he had a good release. He could have easily took him deep, but he what does it call it? He shifted his feet well. He made him think he was going deep. He cut to the inside. Anthony Brown stumbled, got open, and he made a nice catch. And also Gallup, no one's really talking about this, but Gallup is a good blocker. Like he's not no bad blocker. Like he's a good blocker too.
Yeah, he's
going to be good for Steve.
He's a very angry. He's a very angry blocker. So yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah. What else you got for the show?
Jaylon Smith is moving great. Like I think Jaylon Smith could be possibly our best defensive. Could lead our team. He definitely could lead our team in tackles. I could definitely see Jaylon do that. Jaylon he looks like last year when he played. He looked kind of conservative and he was still testing what he could do. This year it looks like he's not scared anymore to run full speed on that knee, and he looks like he's actually going full speed, full force. You know, that's what I've seen so far.
Cowboys fans that are pretty nervous because they think Jaylon won't get snaps because, you know, Dallas last year mostly played nickel, but I think that was out of necessity. You know, I think if we have three solid linebackers that can play, we will play a lot more base 4-3. So if you put Jaylon on the field with Van Der Esch, with Sean Lee, I mean, you can change things up for the run game, sure. But I think as long as 50's on the field, everybody's going to be one step ahead. You know what I mean? So
I love the Van Der Esch pick because we haven't had a linebacker that was a good cover.
I wanted Harold Landry, man. I wanted Will Hernandez, bro.
No, I'm not saying I didn't want Van Der Esch, but I was pissed at first, but I came to my senses after a couple of weeks.
I did not want Van Der Esch, but if he's on the team, I got to be objective about how we're going to use him. And if we can get solid,
we should have traded up for Derwin James.
We should not have.
That's what I was thinking when he started.
We should not have.
Well,
if we would have, listen, because if we would have traded up for Derwin James, we wouldn't have Connor or Gallup. I want Connor and Gallup.
That's absolutely right.
I want Connor and Gallup.
I thought, honest to God, I thought we were going to draft DJ Moore. I just thought that we were going to draft DJ Moore. I wanted DJ Moore personally.
I don't think this team values. I don't think this team values top receivers anymore. Like, and I wouldn't even say top receivers because anybody can be a top guy or whatever. But I think it's all about nuanced route runners. You know, you could either get a super athlete that can jump over people, or you can get someone that can play within your offense and get open when you need them to. I think that's more important to this offensive algorithm, if you ask me. But
yeah, I think Gallup is eventually going to come into our number one receiver role. The thing about this team is our offense works better without a dominant receiver because Dak does his best when he throws to 7 or more receivers. Because if you have every game where Dak's throwing to multiple receivers, you keep the defense knowing, well, we don't know any of those receivers could have 2 or 3 receptions. And I like Cole Beasley. I think now that everyone's going to start getting receptions now again, Cole Beasley might lose some of that bracket coverage, which was the only reason he was getting locked up last year because teams just double covered him because they knew no one else was getting open. And a lot of people underrate our tight ends. I think Blake Jarwin could be very good because when Zeke's getting those 8-10 man boxes, the play action game gets open. Like, I don't care how bad you are, if you're wide open running over the middle, you're gonna catch the ball. Like, you know what I mean?
Wait a minute. Time out, because Miss Tasha in the chat box checking me. I caught that, Vach. Watch it. What you mean? What I do? Anyway, so as far as the lead receiver go, like Beasley got bracketed because there wasn't always fear of the running game, or like everything, not even Dez, man, but like you could dedicate an extra linebacker to Cole Beasley when Zeke's not there. But when Zeke's there, that linebacker gotta play Zeke. You know what I'm saying? He has to, play the run.
Beasley will burn a linebacker just doing like his little. He runs to the outside and cuts back, or runs to the inside, cuts back to the outside real fast. He can break a linebacker off. He's one of the best receivers at getting open on man-to-man coverage in the league. That's why we always use him at the goal line because he can break. He can run those little inside routes, cut back out to the outside, and just so much separation. The problem last year was none of our receivers were getting any separation.
21, dog. 21 is the only thing that matters. It's a good call, young Onyx. Is this your first time calling in, young Onyx?
Yes, it is. I plan to call in a lot more because I love talking football. Even though I'm young, I know a lot about football. I know a lot about the game, and I just love speaking my mind. Just because I go on Instagram, go on Twitter. I just love to read the comment sections because people hate on Dak Prescott for absolutely no reason. I go on it was his birthday today. I went on happy birthday, Dak. Wish you the best. I go on Twitter, just happy birthday comments. Everyone's just all of these fans saying Dak's a bust. He sucks. I'm like, why are y'all being so defensive? People forget that Dak had no offensive line for like half the season. So, and everyone says Dak sucks without Zeke. It's not that Zeke was out. Dak could have done better if he had Tyron Smith. If Tyron Smith is there, Dak doesn't get sacked 8 times versus Atlanta. If Tyron Smith plays versus Atlanta, we probably win that game because Dak ain't getting sacked 8 times. You know what I mean?
Well, bro, people just don't like the Cowboys, man. That's all it is. And
that's what I said.
And that's fine.
If you're the Cowboys quarterback, you're always going to get hated. I like that our team's under the radar. Our team usually plays better when it's under the radar.
I thought about this, bro. Like, I'm a Cowboys fan, and this is something I've never done, right? And this could just be my personality trait. Like, it could vary differently from person to person, but This is something I've never done. I've never gone to a Philadelphia Eagles blog or a YouTuber or like
I haven't either.
a post. I never showed up and went, the Eagles suck or the Redskins suck, right?
Yeah.
Like I really don't like Saints fans. Can't stand them. Can't stand them because I grew up.
I don't like Saints fans. They're
I grew up
crazy.
I grew up in Mississippi, and my granddad was a Saints fan, and like Aaron Brooks, Joe Horn era or whatever, and nobody really watched the Saints though. But then they won a Super Bowl. Now all of a sudden they're like super Saints fans or whatever. And even though I'm not a huge fan of Saints fans, I've never gone to Saints videos hating on the Saints, right? Or blogs, whatever. So I really just think it's Cowboys hate as a whole. You see what I mean? I don't really think people hate that.
I think the Cowboys have more haters than fans. It would not surprise me if that's true. The one team, like, I'm fine. I have nothing against the Packers. I just hate their fans. I can't stand the Packers fans, man. I hate those people. It's probably just because every time we play the Packers, we get screwed. But I used to be fine with the Packers. I despise the Packers after 2014 and 2016. I can't stand the Packers now. I hate them.
Hey man,
now the Eagles fans,
don't be like that.
I can do with the Eagles fan because they crazy. But like when I heard the Eagles fans were throwing stuff at babies and elderly people, I'm like, that's too much, guys. I know y'all about to go to the Super Bowl, but y'all can't be throwing stuff at babies. Like that's a little over the top.
I'm gonna say this one thing, and I'm gonna hang up on you. Eagles fans never really been bothersome neither, but they recently won a Super Bowl, and now they have a reason to celebrate. So
let them have their glory.
Let them fly. I don't have a problem with Eagles fans. I don't have a problem with Eagles or the Eagles fans. They play
they'll enjoy their Super Bowl, but they'll be back to mediocrity sooner than you think.
Don't be like that, man. But Young Onyx, thanks for calling in, bro. Salute to you.
Salute to you.
Yeah. It's a great call right there. Me and him agreed on a lot of things. Let's get back into the phone calls. Line blowing up. Cardinal fan, what up, bro?
Hey, Vach. I heard you mention the Cowboys. I'm excited just like you. Let's go to Oxnard, California right now.
I would like to. Look, man, can I just cut you off for 30 seconds? I was laying down yesterday. I was playing the Xbox. NCAA 14, exactly. But I was like, man, I need to work on my raps. So next time I get on live stream and goddamn Cardinal fan is there, he's gonna call me out to like this little freestyle deal. I need to have something for when he calls me out to the freestyle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
so I actually got a little bit. You know what I mean?
Woo!
No, listen, Cardinal fan. Listen, I got a little bit, but it's not fire yet. So keep letting me
I got you.
Let me just keep tweaking it or whatever. You know what I mean? But when it's time, you'll know.
Oh, you mean something like the Cowboys got the medal to the dome, and it's an eagle dipped in chrome. Vach got a black stocking cap yanked over his face. But the Cowboys and the Eagles are in the house, but he's taking them out. He shouts with a barrel in his mouth. Before he shoots, they want to know if he's white or black.
That's the same line. That's the same line. That's the same line.
There's been a sneak attack. A Peasky Whiskey OG Mac. Vox is black, but he likes Cindy Lauper. Proper in the Texas sun. Girls just want to have fun.
Bruh, that's the same lines.
I went back and listened to it. What?
That's the same lines you used last time.
Yeah, I went back and listened to it, just like you said. Maybe not have something freestyled out, but sure, let's put some fire out there. I thought that was worthy enough to write down.
God damn, that's funny. Damn,
hey,
Tasha, time out, because Tasha keep threatening me in the chat box. She say we gonna fight, and I know that when she typed "we gonna fight," she probably said with a huge smile or whatever. But Tasha, what I do? I ain't do nothing. But go ahead, Cardinal fan, I'm listening. Go ahead, brother. I'm listening.
No, you're good. I wanted to know. I did have a question.
Yeah.
I wanted to know how physically demanding training camps are. are they like under restrictions like first day you can only do this, second day you can only do this, or do they just kind of open it up?
I'll tell you what, I think I was in the last era of like football rules or whatever, because I remember vividly one year we had two-a-days and I was sick of that shit. But then out of nowhere the next year we wearing like shorts and shoulder pads and we thought we like, hey, this kind of practice all right. But I remember two-a-days being like we would come in early, lift weights, run, watch film or something, and just go over like install. Then we would actually practice later after running early or whatnot. That's how two-a-days was.
Like from day one you started the two-a-days?
This was like,
you think they're doing that?
This was like July, like right before the football season started. But then out of nowhere, like coach was like shells and shorts, and we was like, what the hell is shells? We we didn't know what shells. What is that? And we just went out there, shoulder pads, helmet, cleats, and shorts. So two-a-days, they were interesting because we got a lot of work done. They were fun. Got a chance to be with my brothers. You know what I'm saying? That was dope.
Yeah.
But shoulder pads and shorts were those were a lot of fun.
What's your resume look like, Vach? You played in high school, obviously. Did you go anywhere for college, junior college?
Hell no. Hell no, man. I played 6A high school football in Mississippi. That's big as it got in Mississippi. Region 3. But as far as like college goes, like I was about an inch away from calling myself playing college ball, but I wasn't big enough. And I was adequate size in high school, but everybody big in college. So I wasn't, I wasn't of size or whatever. But I do think if I would have played college football, I'd have been fine because I had the brain for it. I really understood how
and
like combos work.
The heart.
Sure.
The heart.
Sure, but I had great feet. I had the head for it, and I really understood combos. So I would pick on D tackles because look, this is how it was, right? When I was in high school, like it was like a Voltron robot, right? It was me. I wasn't very strong, but I did my job. I had great feet, great hands, and I knew all the assignments or whatever. But the rest of my linemen, they kind of looked to me to know what to do, but they were all strong as shit. They were all power lifters, like 700-pound squatters. You know what I'm saying? 300-pound benchers in high school. If you don't believe me, Coach Evans in the chat box right now. Like they were like just super strong, like man strong. So what I would do, I mean, I had my one-on-one matchups, and I would kind of do whatever I did there. But we really put the nipple on the titty when I would call these combos and me and this savage would move some child from point A to point B, and then I would come off on a linebacker because I was good at angles and I was good at, I had great feet and great vision and hands. Actually, on the Coach Evans, me and him did a podcast, the Sip to Tally podcast, SIP number 2 Tally as in Tallahassee, TALLY podcast. Is on SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, and all that. I talk about a lot of this stuff on his podcast.
Okay, cool.
So check that out, man.
Yeah, I'll check that out.
Check that out.
You need to do a breakdown of Vach Lombardi high school tape.
I got
Let
it.
me see that.
I got it. It's
let's see that.
It's on a hard drive somewhere. It's on a hard drive in a Ziploc bag, inside of a book bag, inside of a locked case. But when I find it, I don't mind. I don't mind doing something like that.
It's on VHS?
Nah, fam, it's on DVD. Not even Blu-ray. not it ain't on no flash drive or nothing. It's on a DVD.
VHS, that's the only place you can watch a Cowboys Super Bowl highlight, right?
All right, it's time for you to go, dog.
Hey, anyways, I'm just kidding. Real quick, to everybody out there listening, big shout out to the people last time that dropped some cash into Patreon. Let me tell you something. I put, I don't know, couple of bucks in there, didn't even miss it. When we do that as a team, can we be a team for Vach's Patreon today?
Damn.
Let's break a record today.
Damn.
Vach is unique in that he has the ability to make very complicated things sound simple, which is which is a talent. Don't get it twisted.
Wow.
That's a talent.
Wow.
Let's support this man. If you're listening right now, obviously you're supporting him.
Wow.
And it's at the most basic level. You're listening to him. It's appreciated. But let's do a couple things. Let's mix it up today. Let's drop some money in there and make it the biggest day he's ever had.
Wow.
Let's put it over like $1,000 in there.
Oh.
If you can't do that, hey, we understand, right?
Dang.
If you can't do that, that's okay. But at the very least, hit the subscribe button
Stephen
and
Benzik.
the like button today.
Stephen Benzik with a
At the
dime.
very least.
Cardinal
There you go.
Listen, Cardinal
Have
fan.
a great day, Vach.
Listen, would you happen to be a fantasy football player?
Yeah.
I got a
am,
slot left,
actually.
man. I got a slot left in my
Oh, let's do this.
listener league. So hit me up on Twitter or something like that. I don't know what you use. Hit me on Twitter or like Facebook, Vach Lombardi. Let me know. And
Okay.
yeah, so I can get you in. We got one more spot left.
Yeah, let's do that. But everyone have a great day, Vach. Appreciate you. I'm going to keep listening, so have a great rest of your day. Yeah, talk to you later.
My
Take
man, Doski Woski. Salute.
care. Dowski Woski. Out.
Man, Cardinal fan, dog. Cardinal fan just comes in and put the nipple on the titty for the show, man. We got Stephen Benzik dropping a dime in the super chat. Coach Evans, dropping a dime in the super chat. Let me go back. Who is this? Country Boy dropping a deuce in the super chat. Appreciate y'all, man. Everything y'all do, it's all going to a common place, a common theme. I got my software ready to go. I'll be picking that up on the 2nd. So I'm gonna get my software. I'm gonna learn how to use it. I'm gonna play around, edit a little bit. Then next thing you know, Vach Lombardi gonna have lines on the screen, up in my production or whatever. Then the next project, we gonna get this dope ass camera, and everything I get gets put back into the channel. You know what I'm saying? I kind of do everything else with my own money, but everything that y'all give me, I make sure that y'all put it into the channel, though. So, Sip to Tally podcast. If you want to hear me tell those stories, me and my old coach, my old offensive coach, Coach Evans, Ivan Evans. Check it out. Sip to Tally. I'll type it in the chat box. Sip to Tally. Damn. Tally. Podcast. There we go. Check it out. I think I'm episode 3. Check it out. Let me hop in the chat box real quick, see what y'all talking about. You can call in if you want to, 515-739-1285. Access code 309-104. It's in the description. It's on the screen. And it's in the chat box. The lines are clear. Greg Castillo with the deuce in the super chat. I think his wife is gonna send me a in Ohio State cap or whatever for for me to wear on screen, because I came and wore this daggone Michigan hat and she really had a problem. Let me make sure this in the screen. Yeah, she really had a problem with me wearing this Michigan hat. So she said she's going to send me an Ohio State hat, and I'll never wear that Michigan hat again if I check the mail and there's an Ohio State hat in the mail for me. So we'll see. I did watch Last Chance U, man. Let me put that in the screen, man, so I can. Or do I talk about that tomorrow? Let that be a whole nother podcast, a whole nother stream, because I got so much to say about Last Chance U. We're gonna talk Last Chance U tomorrow, season 3. We're gonna break that down, season 3, because I got a lot I want to talk about as far as coaching, uncoachable players, knuckleheads, just a whole bunch of shit I want to talk about. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. We're gonna talk about Last Chance U tomorrow. Anyway. Let me get into the chat box like I was going to do. Kelvo, what up, brother? Malik. Bum. He's a bum, coach. Oh, everything. Talk Cowboys training camp. Where was you at? I talked Cowboys training camp a whole 25 minutes. Don't come on here acting like I ain't on top of my business. Shucks. I've been talking Cowboys camp. Jonathan Cook, why don't you call in so we can talk Cowboys camp? I had a long ass segment about Cowboys camp. I heard one of my old teammates was on Last Chance U. He got lit up. Damn. So I will say this though. Something I want to do is I have saved in my YouTube folders. I got the Tennessee spring game, I got the Arkansas spring game, and I got the Washington State spring game. And that's where the receiver number 1, Calvin Jackson, went to Washington State. Gooden, the defensive tackle, the asshole, he went to Tennessee, and the running back Boyd went to Arkansas. So I got those games queued up in my watch later list. So I'll be checking those out, man. I'll be checking those out to see where we at. But let's see what else we got though. M. Fergie, love your videos, man. They're so helpful. Salute, bro. Salute. Let me call the plays, Vach. What you mean, Joe? What you talking about? Let's see. You hate the Saints fans? Or, no, okay. He was talking to somebody else. And then, like, don't get this mistaken, dog. I don't have a problem with the Saints. Because let me explain this, too. There's no amount of football hate that'll make me not like football. You see what I'm saying? And I've actually had a live stream about this. I think people really don't like football. I think people like football politics more than football. I think people like their team more than football. I think people like narratives and storylines more than football. There's a reason why we cut the 4-letter network on, and they got fashion shows and shit. They're talking about Dez's tweets and shit, like just non-football stuff. I don't like the Saints, no, but I love to watch Drew Brees dissect people. I love to watch Alvin Kamara run the football. Michael Thomas is a great route runner. Like, I don't understand, someone's hate or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I know some people hate football so much they'll call Jordan Howard a better running back than Zeke, and that's wild to me. That's just wild to me, bro. I think a lot of people need to sit back and evaluate, what they really think about the sport. Some people like fantasy football more than they like football. Some people would rather watch Red Zone, and just keep up with scores than to actually watch football. And that shit's kind of a travesty. That shit kind of sucks. We got a 5 in the super chat. Mitchell Lewis, salute to you, brother. Appreciate you on everything. That's kind of trash to me. Like the Panthers blew out the Cowboys for Thanksgiving 2 years ago. I don't hate the Panthers. I respect Luke Kuechly, man. Like the Luke Kuechly, Tony Romo chess match. If y'all ever get a chance to go back and watch film on that, it's immaculate. It's dope, man. It's dope. I don't know, man. I maybe I'm just cut from a different football fan cloth. It's just strange to me, but I don't know. Maybe I'll touch on that a little bit later. Conrad Tokyo, I saw you bad mouthing my damn Cowboys. Don't get hung up on, bro. What you want?
Hey, what you mean? I ain't bad mouthing no Cowboys.
All right, my what's good, man? What's good, Conrad Tokyo? I got a hip hop question too. Whenever you done, but go ahead and ask me whatever the hell you was gonna ask me.
Oh yeah, no, I ain't gonna ask. I'm just gonna let everybody in here know that my boy Wentz is back, healthy, and he's moving, and he's gonna be ready for Week 1. So the Falcons, we about to get in that ass.
Okay,
gonna be close.
And let me say this: like, if the Eagles win another, nothing would make my ass itch more than the Eagles winning another Super Bowl. But I don't want to see Carson Wentz get hurt. I don't want to see shit. I don't find joy in that. People trash, dog. Like people,
it's bad for football.
Yeah, people just trash. I don't know, but whatever. Carson Wentz is healthy. That's a good sign.
Yep.
What else you got, brother man?
I mean, I can go on about like how like I mean like I don't it's training camp. Like I don't want to get too caught up in the hype. Like I could go on about how Dallas Goedert is making one-hand catches, but like you gotta see like how that translates to a little bit in the preseason and the regular season. But I mean, to go somewhere, I want to know what the Giants' plan like is, because I missed the stream the other day when you guys were doing like record predictions and stuff like that, and I was thinking, I looked at the Giants' schedule. Their first like 6 games are ridiculous. Like they could start at 0-6.
Let's take a look.
And that's not even me like hating.
Let's take a look. See,
but
let me
like
go ahead.
And the draft, and like the draft pick of Saquon Barkley seemed short-term success for me. Like that's what it seemed like because they passed on the quarterback. It seemed like short-term success, but like I'm just confused because if they ain't gonna win it next year, like they got to pay Odell soon, and then like their cap space is gonna be all weird, and they got for what they're doing with Eli. And I'm just confused because I don't see them doing anything in the next couple of years. They don't have a quarterback anyway, but Saquon short-term success. And this year going to be rough. Like, they could – if you start 0-6 in the NFC, especially in the NFC East, like, that's not – they ain't going to do nothing. So I was just confused.
Yeah.
I just want to know your opinion on their record and stuff.
God damn, boy. Damn.
Yeah.
So the Giants got the Jaguars, the Cowboys, the Texans, Saints, Panthers, and Eagles, and Falcons. Damn.
Yeah, like
Damn.
it is rough. Like, I don't understand, but I mean, it gets lighter later in the year, I guess.
Yeah.
But
it gets very light. It gets very light, but that first 6 is 7 really.
Yeah.
That first 7 a month. Yeah.
And then like, if you start off losing that much, like, would you not just want to tank at that point? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm never a firm believer of tanking, man. I believe in momentum. Everything happens for a reason. If you're one pick earlier, you may have stumbled into a bust. Some of the best players get drafted in the teens and 20s. Like for example, man, like we were talking about the number 2 pick this year. I mean, yeah, it sounds exciting to have a number 2 pick, but nobody knew what the hell you was gonna do with the number 2 pick this year. Like if you were a non-quarterback needy team and you got a running back, a guard on the board, like just. Damn, that shit. But when you get to like 15, you can get one of those corners, one of those safeties, one of those offensive linemen. You can pick whoever the hell you want to at 15. So I don't advise nobody to tank or anything.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think Saquon was worth the 2 pick. Like I think he's gonna have a great career, but like Saquon and Odell can't do it alone. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm just confused on what their game plan is. It's really, really awkward and weird. But I mean, I don't know. But that's it. I just had to. If there's a Giants fan like listening right now, like call in, because I really am very interested to see like what y'all are gonna do and like what the plan is, because I'm confused.
I feel you, bro. Let me ask you a question. My little brother said he fresh. He was listening to Denzel Curry's album, and he says that it's album of the year. So when I went to go work out this morning, I went running. I cut on the Denzel Curry, and I listened to it twice, and I don't really have a good idea of what he's listening to. It's a good album. I mean, I dig it. It's not trash, but he's like losing his mind, like he's never heard anything like this. And oh my God, this album of the year. And I'm like, better than J-Rock album and better than you know what I'm saying?
I don't listen to Denzel Curry like that. Yeah. I will say though that one single that he released, the Cloud Cobain, I like that song.
Cloud Cobain is fine.
And
sure.
I heard. Yeah, and he I don't know. I heard rumors that he has a track with JID on there.
It's
dope. I'm gonna peep it.
Yeah,
all right. So I'm gonna peep that. And I think I mean she's not a hip hop artist, but like Billie Eilish, I like her music a little bit, and she was on it too. So I wanted to peep it, but I don't listen to Denzel Curry like that. I'll definitely check it out because like I'm a hip hop fan, but I mean I can get back to you and let you know. I don't listen to Denzel Curry like that. I do know his fans are a little crazy though, like in terms of like standing, like they weird. You got one of those fan bases.
Weird.
You got one of those fan bases.
I got you.
But I mean, I'll let you know. I'll listen to it. I'm not the biggest fan of Denzel Curry though. Yeah. I think he's one of those rappers like more flow instead of just actual lyricism. Like he's flowing really nice, but he's not saying anything. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Okay. Appreciate it, man. Because I thought I was crazy, but thank you, sir. Check it out and let me know. Also, one more thing.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm crafting this 16 bar verse. Just have one ready for me because when I go, Like I may do a whole cipher up here. You know what I mean? Like I just made.
Oh yeah.
So just have 16 bars ready for me. All right.
I got you anytime. I'm always ready.
My man, salute. Plug your mixtape and stuff, or whatever you're doing.
Oh, word up, yeah. It's Comrade Tokyo. You can get my name in the super chat. COMRADE Tokyo. You spell it. It's on YouTube. I got a Bandcamp mixtape out right now. I'm working on multiple things right now, and I'm just trying to get it on Spotify and stuff. So look out. I'm trying to get signed to a mini label real quick. Work on that. It's gonna be coming soon. So be on the lookout.
Vach Lombardi, Death Row record. Okay, I'm gonna figure this out, dog. I'm a Fun Joe movement. Appreciate you, bro. Salute.
Appreciate it, man. Salute.
Yeah. In Jadaka, I never yielded, and as you can see, I am not dead. We got a platinum caller, Keon. What up, bro?
Hey, how's it going, boss?
Doski Woski, brother. What you got for the show?
All right, and I'm just talking about the Bucks training camp news that I've been hearing. Vita Vea got hurt today.
Oh no! What happened to Vita Vea, man?
He has. It looks like it's just a minor calf injury. It's probably a sprain, so I'm not really worried about it. But that's just one thing that happened. But other than that, it looks like MJ Stewart has been to. MJ Stewart has really been impressing as of late. It's just training camp, but that's some of the news that I've been hearing.
I like MJ Stewart. Well, I liked MJ Stewart coming out, so yeah, I feel you on that 100%. So you ready for Fitzpatrick to lead you to the promised land, sir?
Yeah, he's taking first team reps.
Oh.
They say he's looking good. They have Jameis working with the number twos. So I hope that we are okay.
Damn.
Like I said, I don't think he's not gonna win us these 3 games. He's just gonna be game manager for the first 3 games. So I think that we're gonna be okay. Looking at Ronald Jones, he's he's very fast. We are trying to gear up for the running game.
Yeah.
I'm hopeful.
Yeah, I feel you. What else you got?
Well, you guys were talking about the Giants a little bit earlier, right? And them going over for the first 7 games or so.
Okay.
I mean, first of all, they traded JPP to us, so they are changing the defense from a 4-3 to a 3-4.
Oh, God.
They don't have a solid quarterback, really. I mean, I think that dude is falling off to Eli Manning.
Yeah.
And then, it does really seem short-sighted because I could not believe how much they paid for Saquon Barkley.
Let him fly.
Because it's like $20 million, right? How much has he got? Like $30 million guaranteed?
Talking about the running back rookie thing for the second overall pick?
Yeah.
It's pretty high, man.
It's
pretty high.
It's ridiculous. So even after that, it's like you got all that money sunk into him, and then it's like, how are you gonna pay Odell, and then what is the defense gonna do?
Let him fly, baby boy. Look, if the Giants want a running back draft themselves into obscurity, let them fly. But I really want to see Saquon be great. But if the Giants don't win if they don't win a game this year, I'm just gonna be so happy. I'm just gonna smile my ass off. But they do have a talented core, but we got to see it all work together, So we'll see.
I mean, I know that they got Ingram and whatnot, but I don't know. I think their tight end, they have Evan Ingram. Is that his name?
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah. So he's another guy that I think people sleep on when they talk about the Giants. He's pretty good. Not as good as Odell to me, but
he's athletic.
He's athletic, but other than that, I don't know what the Giants have in store for them.
They really going to a 3-4. So I really didn't know that they were going to a 3-4, but apparently Olivier Vernon is going to be standing up. Lorenzo Carter is going to be the wheel, so that kind of makes a little bit of sense. Giants ain't never have linebackers, but Eli Apple starting with Janoris Jenkins on the other side. Yeah, Eli Apple. Landon Collins, Darian Thompson. I like Darian Thompson, but
I mean, isn't Apple kind of up and down sometimes?
Eli Apple
Like,
trash, but but whatever. I mean, whatever.
Well, yeah. So it's like they're going with this all new and not really new and improved. I would say, like, you got to remember they lost to us, and we had a bunch of guys hurt, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, I'm honestly not sure about the Giants either. But other than that, I don't have a whole lot as far as minicamp news. Training camp news. I haven't been looking a whole lot.
Yeah. I feel you, bro. I feel you. That's all you got for the show?
Yeah, and do you mind if I stay on?
Oh yeah, no doubt. Do your thing. Cool. Law Nation, what up? Coach Evans say he about to dip on out. I guess he got practice tonight. So enjoy practice, Coach. Tell me how it go. Real football fans, follow your work, Vash Lombardi. Keep up the good work. Keep the good work coming. I push all true fans I know here. Real breakdowns, true analysis of their team. Salute to you, sir. And Saquon got $31 million. Damn. All right, cool. So let's get into this call then. 254. What up? Who this?
Hey, what's up, Vach, man? This is your boy from Waco, Texas, Dad, and Texas, baby.
What's crackin' fam? What you got for the show?
Oh man, by the way, man, I'm gonna go check my name on your chat thing. It's Adapa Ja Anu.
Adapa
three
Ja.
names in one.
What is that, Nigerian?
Adapa.
What is that?
No, man, Adapa. Adapa is the first civilized man. Ja is the heavenly one. Anu is the righteous one.
Damn. My man. I like that, man. Okay, but okay, cool. Let's just talk about this.
Here we go. Tell you about, man. You know, I be talking about Jason Garrett. Everybody be dogging my boy, man, and
yeah.
I'm still trying to understand why everybody, say Bill Parcells was this. There was only one player that left on the team that was worth anything, and that was Jason Witten.
Yeah.
Everybody else was trash.
Yeah.
Tony Romo chose us. He didn't chose him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when Jason said we're going back to the Cowboy way, he got rid of those trash 3-4 and gave us the 4-3.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to get rid of all those junky players and rebuild that defense.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now, all of a sudden, we had these coaches that we just got rid of. They became complacent.
Yeah.
Offensive line coach was no longer coaching the players.
Mm-hmm.
They was coaching themselves. Matt Eberflus even fell off. What happened to the linebackers he supposed to have been coaching up?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Martin Sacha, Damian Wilson. What happened to those guys, man? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even the secondary coach, he was gone. He was trash.
Totally agree.
So Jason said, hey, we got to get us some real coaches over here so we can get somebody that's going to coach these guys. Even Eric Duty, whatever his name is, was trash.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The wide receiver coach. Yeah.
Yeah, he failed us. He didn't fail Dez Bryant. Dez Bryant didn't fail us. He failed Dez Bryant. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got to say, bro. And by the way, man, I feel sorry for Beasley if he come across that middle trying to take some hits. He's small.
Don't even worry about Beasley. But let me just touch on your Jason Garrett point, though, brother. I think a lot of times, Cowboys fans, and I do think that 80% of them are emotional or idiots or irrational. And if we just sit down and think sometimes that we'll get over a lot of this emotion that we're going through or whatever. So just in my opinion, man, I think a lot of times people just want to point fingers when bad things happen, just to keep from sounding typical. When teams lose their top players, they look bad or they look worse or they look different. So the Cowboys lost 3 of their best players, and they're arguably some of the best players in the league. And we win, and we go 9-7. Then all of a sudden, Jason Garrett's a bad coach and Dak is a bad quarterback. But when we're healthy, Jason Garrett is coach of the year, and Dak Prescott is a most valuable player candidate. He's a rookie of the year candidate. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just think people want to point the finger at somebody. They never say they never say Chaz Green needs to move his feet. Anthony Brown needs to catch the football, or Byron Jones needs to use his hips. They don't say these things. They say Jason Garrett. Right. They say Jason Garrett needs to do better. They say Dak needs to do better. And I think it's because it's a lack of really knowing what the real problem is. Player execution is the real problem. Jason Garrett, as the head coach, he's only responsible for decision making and making sure the coordinators are on task. You know what I mean? So if you look at Marinelli, he's taking scraps and giving us a top 8 defense last year. I think Marinelli's on task. As far as Linehan goes, like I say, we're a run-first offense, and if you take away the run and the first, and the damn and Tyron Smith, of course Linehan's gonna look bad. But when we win 13 games, we don't have a problem with Linehan. If we just stop being emotional, then we'll be fine.
Yeah, man, when Jason was calling plays, man, we had one of the best offenses out there. You know what I'm saying? There was no problem with Dez Bryant. There was no problem with Dez Bryant then. You know what I'm saying? So I be like, this is a laugher. You know what I'm talking about? So to the peanut gallery out there, man, trying to get all those hits, they want to bring up all this non-informational stuff and just riding with everybody else. Get off the boat, man. Learn how to steer your own boat, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to let people know. I just want to let people know that if you consume football at most 7 hours a day, don't think you know more than people that consume it 24 hours a day. You know what I mean? Like, we're fans for a reason, and I do think I know more than the average fan. But I'll never, and I think I know a lot, but I'll never fix my mouth to say I know more than this coach or I know more than this executive. They're there for a reason. You know what I mean? I actually heard this Cowboy radio station, 105.3 The Fan. I heard this Cowboy station say Jason Garrett needs to be fired because Zeke needs more catches. Well, Zeke doesn't catch the ball because he's an outstanding blocker, and we would rather have him blocking people. And it's just small things like that. Or the Cowboys' offense is barbaric. Nobody else runs the football on first downs anymore. Well, if you look at how the league has shifted, defenses have gotten smaller to defend the pass. So if we're a team and we're going against a small defense, what you think we need to be? Big, and if we're big, we'll beat a small defense. Think, man.
And who brought that running game back in the style again?
We brought the damn running game back in style. If people just use their brain for a minute and just stop being so damn emotional, we'll be good to go. We'll be fine. That's all you got for the show, brother?
Yeah, Brian brought us. Hey, he ain't a scout for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
Hey, all right, bro. All right, you have a good night, man.
Yes, sir. Take it easy.
Peace out.
Great call. It's almost time to wrap this up. It's been about an hour. It's been a pretty good show. Just in case y'all didn't hear me earlier say this, we're gonna I'm gonna break down season 3 of Last Chance U tomorrow. We're gonna have a live stream tomorrow. So that's back-to-back days of live streaming tomorrow. Today and tomorrow. So y'all be on task for that. People don't bother to develop critical thinking skills anymore. Sad. It's very sad. But you know how it go. You know, people are very microwave nowadays. You know, Cowboys fans want Taco Charlton to be good immediately. To where Vach thinks, let Taco Charlton lift some weights, eat some sandwiches, and wrestle with grown men for a year. And maybe he'll be a little bit more prepared to wrestle with grown men next year. You know, I expect Taco to be better this year than he was last year. He'll be even better next year than he was last year. So let's just not let's not get out of hand with our emotions. You know. So today's Sunday. I go back to the day job. I've been off for a while. I go back to the day job Thursday. So I plan on doing a live stream. So today's Sunday. I plan on doing live streams today, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. let's do back-to-back live streams. And at some point, I'll drop a quick look video in there somewhere. So it might be Dexter Lawrence. Clemson's Dexter Lawrence. All right? So with that being said, check out those videos. Check out the sack technician videos, regardless of whatever team you support, man. Regardless of whoever you like. It's some good football information, you know what I'm saying, to learn. You know what I mean? So let's not act up about that. Somebody say what Dwayne said, what about you, Vach? What about me? What about me, Vach? I don't know. So I got Cardinal fan and Keon in my call deck. I'm about to see what they want before I wrap this thing up. Keon, I'm wrapping up. You good to go?
Yeah, man, I'm good to go.
All right, man. Salute. See you tomorrow. You'll probably tune in tomorrow because you're a real one. So, salute.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Hey, wait. What time you tuning in tomorrow?
It'll probably be the same time, 7 Central. Well, 8 Central.
Alrighty,
yeah,
then.
8 Central. Yeah.
Sucks because I work, but I'll work my way through it.
What time you work?
It's I go in at 5 Eastern time.
Go in at 5, so 6. What time you get off?
Midnight.
You're not gonna make it, Keon. You're not gonna make it. Take it easy, brother.
Yeah, man. You have a good one, man.
Yeah. It'll be on demand though, so go back and watch it later. And Cardinal fan is on my call log, but he's not allowing me to unmute him, so he doesn't want to be heard. He just wanted to be around for the last little bit. Anyway, Dwayne Brown asked me old or new Broly. We'll see. I got to see new Broly in actual movie form, and we'll actually cross that road whenever we get there. But thanks, everybody, for coming through. It's training camp time, you know, so find your local beat writers that are at training camp. I'm sure they uploading clips willy-nilly and all that. It's time, man. It's time, you know. Seems like when basketball season is over, it's right back on. When baseball season is over, it's right back on. I don't have the numbers on this, but I think football season actually has the longest off season. So it's back now. Let's enjoy it. Let's love it. Let's relish in it being back. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, I got Destiny back there chilling. Hey, Destiny, what's up, baby? That's my rifle on the couch over there. It's not really a woman over there, so you know, Tasha, don't come over and beat me upside the head. Anyway, until tomorrow, like I said, we'll be breaking down, or I'll be giving my thoughts on Last Chance U or whatever. So season 3. So y'all hold it down for the Doski Woski and the Peasky Wheesky. Peace, y'all.